Hello dear students, welcome you all our e-learning platform for BCom 4th Sem, and today I will continue a lecture for skill development, and I hope you all are aware that we are on our 4th unit. We have already started our unit 4, completed all 3 units, correct, and I hope you all have carefully gone through with the earlier lectures, and this particular unit is entrepreneurial skill development. Okay, how being India is, you all know that India is in an advancing stage. It is following mixed economy, and we are not financially, and we are not in the range of developed countries like USA, UK, etc. Now we are in a developing stage, and being in such a stage, what is required? Okay, it is the job of the government, rather it is the duty of every individual to develop skills which an individual he or she is having, and our subject itself is skill development. How to develop the skill of an individual, of, or how a entrepreneur, how after completing or after taking certain education, after holding a degree, it may be in any stream. Now if that student, that particular individual wants to become an entrepreneur, now how entrepreneur will improve his skills, how he or she can develop himself and establish themselves as a successful entrepreneur. So that is what is exactly the entrepreneurial skill development. Okay, where we have already seen what are the different qualities are required for entrepreneurship, or how an individual improve himself to become an entrepreneur, what kind of certain changes which need to be made in himself for making a business or for establishing any new enterprise, that we all have seen. Now we will see, that is how small scale businesses are developed, what is handicraft, what is handloom business, how agro based products are introduced in the market, how a small or a simple student of 21-22 years, after entering into the market, after improving his skill, developing his qualities, he or she is calling themselves, or they are becoming a successful entrepreneurs. Okay, that we will see. Now skill development is now a priority in India. From the development point of view, the it has become which thing? Skill development. Okay, one should understand what are the definite skill, what is a single skill a individual is having, and how after analyzing, after examining the skill, that fellow, that individual can become an entrepreneur. So emphasis must be on this dedicated schemes for capacity building in rural India. Formation of well-established infrastructure exclusively for skill development must be initiated. This paragraph or this content says that what is the role of government and how the different schemes, different projects, different policies are introduced by the Indian government to develop or to what we can say, that to make that particular individual a successful entrepreneur. Okay, after examining, after analyzing the skill, a particular skill, for example a person who can sell a product, or who can convince the other individual, it means what? He or she is having good marketing skill. Now for that marketing skill, what development should be made from his side? Okay, it is perfect that he can sell the product, but now it is up to him to decide what products he will sell, what kind of certain educational degree he or she is having for entering into that kind of business. That is what is exactly development of a skill with the help of different schemes, policies, and which are introduced by the government, and what is the contribution of the government and how the society will develop themselves, how an individual will help or contribute in the national income. Ultimately it is increasing the GDP of the country. Okay, the dead end is that only. If you are after coming into the business, okay, after opening any small scale business, you are earning and your earning is included, or your earning is treated as a part of gross domestic product, that is GDP. So the role of government is equally important in case of skill development. Now the Indian market is growing lucrative with the strengthening buying power of a section of its populace. Many foreign companies are keen to invest. See, the foreign companies know the skill of Indian and they are utilizing or they are making a proper use of those skills, and with the help of that, Indians are growing themselves, the skills in them are properly analyzed, and then they can present themselves or they can prove themselves as a successful entrepreneur. So directing the Make in India initiative to the rural India will bring about an impressive development in overall economy of the nation. Manufactured produce in these industries will cater to both rural and urban consumption, in addition to a sharp boost in the country's export. Just now I have told that GDP, contributing to GDP, at the same time exporting the goods, means the goods which are manufactured, which are produced by the local or the small entrepreneur will be exported, means the things like the handlooms, the handicrafts, the agro based products which are manufactured, which are produced, which are made by the small entrepreneurs, but they are getting exported, means the foreign people, the other countries understand the knowledge, understand the skill which Indians are having, and with the help of that, with import export business, their products are getting exported in other countries. Okay, which product? The rural Indian products are getting sold in the foreign market. So, rural India has immense potential to add an intriguing feature to manufacturing and export. India is famous for many unique items and products across the India. Now, which are those products? Okay, correct. There is a demand in foreign market. There is a demand in export. But now, what are these kind of products? The products like handicrafts, handlooms, textiles, orchids, herbs, and similar products have huge commercial viability in the global market. Okay, it means the skill which we Indians are having, okay, may be sold, may be exported to the other country. It means what? Ultimately, the contribution. Indian people are famous in foreign countries. Why? Because the knowledge, the skill, okay, the background they are having, that is liked by the other people. That is what is, they are contributing in national income, as well as they are the best supporter in the export market. Correct? So now there is an overpowering need for skilled workers in India. Though there are around 20 million youth added to the workforce every year, only a small percentage out of them actually manages to secure a job. See, from our college, we will take an example that every year 500 students are graduating. On an average, we will take as a 500. But out of those 500 people, how many people are able to secure a job? Okay, who can guarantee that they will get a job? Maybe it is a private job or maybe it is a government job. There is no guarantee. But if the government, with the help of government, when the Indian government is introducing various schemes, various procedures, various policies for the skill development, and then understanding, okay, analyzing a specific skill of that individual, that person can be changed extremely. Okay, transformation, but youth can be transformed or he can become a well established entrepreneur. So, Government of India has initiated several measures. They have taken various steps, including implementation of plan schemes under various central ministries and departments, aiming to expand the outreach of skill training to the informal sector workers. The major systematic initiatives undertaken by the Government of India which have bearing on the informal sector includes setting up of autonomous body, namely National Skill Development Agency. What the government has made, they have established or they have set up a autonomous body which is National Skill Development Agency NSDA in the year June 2013 with the single point focus on coordinating and harmonizing skill development activities in the country so as to meet skilling targets and to ensure that the skilling needs of the disadvantaged and marginalized groups like SC, STs, OBCs, minorities, women and different abled persons are taken care of. See, what government is emphasizing, what they do, it is not that only a graduated person or a good looking person who can utilize the various schemes of the government, but the people of minority, the people of different castes like SC, ST, OBCs and even the disabled person that Modi ji has given them a new word Divyangs. Okay, these people, handicapped people, differently able person are taken care of. Means the skill which are by default, which are inbuilt in them, that is developed, that is guessed, that is analyzed by this particular government department, government body, and accordingly their skills are enlarged, their skills are introduced to the society. So, notifying the National Skill Qualification Framework to provide learning pathways with horizontal and vertical mobility between general education and vocational education training. Okay. Another body, that is notifying the National Skill Qualification Framework. Now NSDA, here we have seen National Skill Development Agency is mandated to operationalize by bringing together the key stakeholders sector-wise through the National Qualification Committee. Okay, see, setting up of NSB is not only sufficient. Under that head, under that particular body, under that particular association, there is NSQM, that is National Skill Qualification Framework. Certain syllabus is prepared, and under that, okay, it is mandatory. Okay, it is mandated to operationalize by bringing together the key stakeholders sector-wise through the National Skill Qualification Committees. Okay, NSDA itself has made again the internal part, that is different committees are prepared, different committees are set up, and these committees are taking care of the individual's skill, and accordingly under the National Skill Qualification Framework they are given the education, certain syllabus is there, the skill of every individual is focused, and accordingly they are given various trainings also, and they are trained under that NSDA. Correct? This is what is the procedure. Now setting up of sector skills counseling by the National Skill Development Corporation. This was agency and this is corporation. Now what they do? They are striving to complete the existing vocational education system for industry or service sector in meeting the entire value chain requirement of appropriately trained manpower in quantity and quality across all levels of sustainable and evolving basis. Correct? Now there are some different criteria for rural area and for urban areas. Okay, urban area in short. Okay, what in brief we can say that the persons who are skilled in urban areas, they are taken care with NSDC, and rural areas with NSDA. So development of national occupational standards. Now this is required for what? For entry level jobs in number of industrial or number of service sectors. Okay. Now development of national occupational standards. Now what this refers to? National occupational standards. See, if the After passing your 10th or 12th exam, a student who is 10th pass or who is a 12th pass and he do not want to go for a what do you say, regular degree like BCom, BA or BSc, but he wants to develop himself in the skill which is inbuilt in him. Then what he will do? He will join and the different courses which are available under National Skill Development. Maybe it is National Skill Development Agency or National Skill Development Corporation. Now he has secured a certain certificate under these heads, under this set of autonomous body. Now once he is a certificate holder, now again there is national occupational standards for entry level jobs in industry or service sector. Okay, now you have got that degree and certificate. You are not a BCom or a BA or a BSc graduate, but you are a qualified, you are a trained person under NSDA or under NSDC. Now you are liable to join or to enter into service sector or into the industrial sector. Correct? Now Indian Banks Association, IBA, Indian Banks Association, has launched a model loan scheme for providing loan from 20,000 up to 1.5 lakh for skill development training for various durations. Now again, NOS for what? Entry level jobs, but an individual, he or she says, no, I don't want to go for industrial sector or in a service sector. He says, I don't want to compose myself from 10 to 5 or 10 to 6 or 9 to 7 job. I want to do my own job. I want to improve, develop my skill by establishing my own business. For they people, IBA is there. What they have done? They have launched a model loan scheme for providing loans up to from 20,000 up to 1.5 lakhs. Okay. After securing the certificate from NSDA or NSDC, the individual can go to IBA. He can ask them for a loan up to 20,000, from 20,000 up to 1.5 lakhs to start his own business. Simply it means that. Correct? Now a credit guarantee fund scheme for skill development to provide a guarantee against default in repayment of education loans extended by the lending institution has also been approved. Government is doing a lot of things for the individual, for the society, but now it's up to you how you are taking the advantages or of different schemes, different policies which are introduced by the government. You must know, you must have the idea about these schemes and this policy. If you are aware, if you are a aware citizen of the society, you will understand, you will come to know about the different schemes and policies. But if you are sitting idle, nothing doing, then even what the government is making the things available for you, you will remain unaware and you will not take the advantage of it. But now, for those only also means a father who has taken a loan, which loan? Educational loan for the education of the son or a daughter. In that case, a credit guarantee fund scheme for whom? For skill development to provide a guarantee against default in repayment of education loans extended by the lending institution has also been approved. यहाँ तक you are getting the things. लोन भी मिल रहा है और लोन का मतलब कर्जा भी माफ हो रहा है. Loan is also waived. Now next is corporate social responsibility. Now what is this? Under the Companies Act 2014, spending on corporate social responsibility is mandated out of the average net profit made by the company during every block of 3 years, which would cover activities like employment enhancing vocational skills. Okay, vocational education is also equivalent to skill development. Okay, now MCVC, this is called MCVC. Now the vocational skills, this is for corporate social responsibility, is mandated out of the average net profit made by the company during every block of 3 years, which would cover the activities like employment enhancing vocational skills. Okay. Now to motivate a large number of youth to voluntarily join skill development programs, central government has started a new scheme titled STAR. The name itself is very attractive. STAR. You are a star of the society. Now, standard training assessment and reward, wherein on successful completion of training and obtaining a certificate, every candidate will be provided with a mandatory reward of an average of ₹10,000. This scheme is operated by National Skill Development Corporation, that is NSDC. Correct? If you are showing your skill, if you are securing meritorious presentation, if you are very good in that skill, even in that case you will receive a reward. Okay, award and reward, these are the two things. Award may be in the form of certificate, but reward may be a monetary gain which you are getting, average of ₹10,000. This scheme is operated by NSDC. Now, as a result, a coordinated action on skill development with three-tier institutional structure consisting of PM's National Council, National Skill Development Corporation Board, Coordination Board, National Skill Development Corporation was created in early 2008. Whereas Prime Minister's National Council on Skill Development has spelled out policy advice and direction in the form of core principles, correct, and has given a vision to create 500 million skilled people by 2022 through skill systems, which must be high degree of inclusivity. Now see, this is the vision, okay. In 2008, what they have decided or what they have focused in or what they have thought that up to the year 2022, with the help of PM National Council, with the help of NSDCB or NSDC, okay, core principles has given a vision to create 500 million skilled people, okay, 500 million. You can imagine this. Our population is 135 crores and 500 millions. How it will be? You can calculate and you can see that the vision, how clear it is, and every effort is made by the government to improve the skill of an individual, and this improvement or this development is indirectly contributing in the national development. The country India will ultimately develop itself in skill development in all or throughout all the areas of working, so that the NSDC has geared itself for preparing comprehensive action plan and activities which would promote PPP model of financing skill development. Now, this is what exactly is related to skill development of what we have seen, rural industrial sectors in India. In the next lecture, we will see what are the different forms, what are the different areas where the skill can be improved, like handloom, then handicraft or textile or herbal industry, khadi industry. There are n number of areas or which are available where a youth can develop himself with a single skill which he or she is having. So today we will stop here, and in the next lecture we will focus on a different specific skill like handloom, agro based products or textile, etc. Thank you.